the hearts above my head because this is a really serious topic and it's going to be a serious video. So before I begin, leave your favorite Vine in the comments. And you don't have to leave a link or anything because I think that might be marked as spam, but just like describe what happens in the Vine in the comments. And then people can Google the Vine and watch it and laugh when they're done watching this serious video. My favorite Vine of recent has been the one where it's like Ronald McDonald on the counter of McDonald's, like some guy dressed up as him, and he's like, "Let's make freaking lose it," and then he starts singing "Get Out of Your Minds." I think that one's funny. But I am gonna start this serious video. I'm keeping it on webcam because I want it to be as raw and as honest as possible, and I don't want to use the nice camera and have that glitzy glam kind of feel to it, if that makes sense. I just want it to be honest. And I'm going to take the hearts off my head because I feel like that would be very distracting. So I'll see you in a second without the hearts. So I don't really know what I'm going to say. There's not a lot to say. There's nothing I can say to make this better, and there's nothing I can say to make you feel better, whatever the reason why you're watching this video. Even if you're just watching it because you feel like watching it, I don't know what to say. In terms of the background of this video, I've had 4 significant losses in the past year and a half. 3 of those have been in the past year. All 3 of those have been friends, and of those 3, 2 of those friends have been lost to suicide. They both took their own lives. One of them was a boy and one of them was a girl, and they were both extremely beautiful people on the inside, but also on the outside, but not that that matters. I met them both in some kind of treatment, different kinds, but I'm very open about the fact that I go to therapy, and I'm not super open about what I am dealing with specifically on the internet, just because that information I don't feel comfortable sharing, I guess. It's more for my family and my friends to know about me and talk about me, but it's not a piece of me that I want online for everyone to see, if that makes sense. I also feel like if I made a video about it, it would become what I would be known for, and I don't want to be known for that. I want to be known for my art, and I want to be known for my fun fashion videos, or whatever you want to call them. Just want to be known as like the things that I like and the things that I appreciate, rather than things that hold me back. Because the bottom line is they do hold me back, and I'm not going to say either of their names, but I knew him for a little while, and then when we parted ways, because he had to move somewhere else, we would write letters to each other and send each other things. I sent him a stuffed kiwi bird. Like, I knit him a little kiwi, like the bird from New Zealand. And I sent it to him, and he sent me a picture back and was super happy, and we would send postcards and text a lot. And as the years went by, we kind of would only check in maybe once or twice a month. But every time we talked, it just felt like no time had passed, I guess. I felt very close to him, and I felt like he was very important to me. But I'm not sure how he felt about me because I never asked. The other one I met, and she did live close to me, so we hung out a lot. She came out to me first, and she only came out to me for a long time. So I had to use the wrong pronouns around her parents, and that was difficult. And I know it was difficult for her too, but ultimately when she did come out, her parents did support her and helped her transition, which was, I know it was really awesome for her. I know she really appreciated that. And we used to go to the mall together all the time. that was like our thing because we were both in high school. And like she did come to my house and we bought makeup together. I remember once we went to Target and I bought purple lipstick and I helped her, like, she put it on me and I showed her how to curl her eyelashes, and like that was really nice. Just like teaching someone makeup, I guess, for the first time. That was really fun. But I remember she loved this candy store, and we used to go in and find, there was like, I have a post on my old Tumblr actually of like a bunch of gummy candy parts, and I took that picture with her. And when you find out that someone dies, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm telling myself that right now. When you find out someone dies, your heart stops. And the world around you is completely different, even though there are 7 billion people in this world, and the majority of them did not know this person. Even celebrities, the majority of people, I'd say, don't know who this person is, considering how many goddamn people there are in this world. But your world is different, and your world is changed, and it's not going to be the same. When you find out someone dies of suicide, your world just, your heart, it shatters and it crumbles, and the world around you does too. And I felt like a piece of me disintegrated with both of them. I'm left with a lot of questions, and I'm never going to get the answers to them. And frankly, they left behind a big fucking mess. A really big mess to clean up. And they don't have to clean up that mess, but the people who love them do have to clean up that mess. And that's not a fun thing to do. And I mean, like a physical mess, like there's so many belongings to go through and so many things that remind you of them, and just, clean up. This is gross, but cleaning up the actual person. Someone has to find you when you kill yourself. And I feel so empty without both of them. The girl, she was my best friend my sophomore and junior year of high school. And that really hurts. She was one of my best friends. She considered me her best friend. I know this for a fact. I'm never going to get answers to why they did it. Everywhere I go, there are so many reminders of them. I see a peep, like the candy peeps, and I think about the time that I blew them up in the microwave with my guy friend who passed. And I just think about their families, I guess. I was good friends with them. I've had one family member take their own life, but I didn't know them very well. But I do know her daughters and now daughter well. And I know it killed them, and I know it killed the one who's still with us. I know it killed her. Emotionally, I mean. I did get to read one of their notes that they left. And if you think leaving a note is going to answer the questions people have and make people feel better or that sort of thing, it doesn't. I'll tell you right now, I feel exactly the same as I would have if I hadn't read that note. It doesn't provide anyone with any sort of closure. It doesn't provide anyone with any explanation. You might feel like no one cares about you. And you maybe feel like there aren't a lot of people who know you, so you wouldn't hurt that many people. My friend who was a girl who passed, she was homeschooled, and she didn't know a ton of people, and she didn't have very many, I don't know how to say this, but she didn't have a lot of close friends, if that makes sense. I know she had difficulty making friends. I was literally her only friend on Facebook. Like, she had one friend on her Facebook page, and it was me. And I know she had a few other friends, but I know they weren't as close to her as they were to me. And she did have a big family, but she probably, I know for a fact, she felt like no one cared about her. And she was so fucking wrong. And it's not even that people are going to start caring about you once they lose you, and that people don't care about you right now. That's not the case. People care. They might not know how to help you with the way that you're feeling. And if you're suffering in silence, they have no idea they're going to lose you. I know this girl, if she had any slightest clue about how I would feel, I know she wouldn't do it. I know she wouldn't have done it. The boy that I knew, did have a ton of friends and was a very popular person. And the mess he left behind was equal. Because it doesn't know, the quantity of people who know you doesn't match. Just because more people know you doesn't necessarily make the sadness any left that you leave behind for people, if that makes sense. It's basically what I'm trying to say is popularity in this life doesn't matter. When you leave, when you choose to leave and leave us behind, you're going to leave a mess, and it's going to really, really hurt other people. And you might know this. There's a good chance you probably do know this, and you just are at that point where you don't care. And that doesn't make you a bad person at all. It doesn't make you a selfish person. It just means you're hurting too much. And, I want you to reach out for help if you're feeling this way. If either of them had called me, because both of them moved away at some point, I would have gotten on a plane to West Virginia, and I would have gotten on a plane to Florida. I would have used up all of my savings, and I would have done that for them if they had called me and said, I need you here. And there are people like that in your life, and if you don't think there is somewhere, and you might just not know. I guess I've spent the majority of this video talking to people who are either contemplating it or just have a curiosity. But if you are like me and have lost people, you're not alone. There are lots of survivors of suicide. You can always talk to me. There are always support groups that you can go to. There are online communities. Yeah. I miss them. I miss them a lot. And if you're struggling, I don't want you to do this. I don't. I'll miss you too. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye now, but first I'm gonna put the little birds on my head. Thanks for listening to me. Bye.